Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, mais c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Oh, eh. Eh. Les jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. Oh. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. C'est de tout corps. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux.
Hi. Good day, the beautiful people of the Cameroons. Good day, the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon and the beautiful people of British Southern Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Today, I've come to ask this question and try to give you an answer on why the opposition political parties in the Cameroons are afraid of a presidential political debate. Why they fear? Ladies and gentlemen, they are afraid. You can only know somebody by questioning the person. In Western democracy, opposition, they question the prime minister, like in England or other European countries. The reason you question the prime minister is to show that you know, is to tell the prime minister that you don't know this. And the reason we have political debate, it's a means to communicate with the voters. So voters, they can ask you questions and you answer. But we live in the Cameroons where the opposition or presidential hopeful, they want to talk among themselves. If I was a presidential candidate in the Cameroons, I would like the population to voters to talk with me. When they talk with you, you have that link, but they are afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only one answer. They are not different from Mr. Biya. Mr. Biya doesn't answer questions. The opposition political party in the Cameroon, they're like, I'm sure most of us will have seen that story. A wolf say, if you vote for me, I will become a vegetarian. That's what a wolf is telling some leopards or animals. Vote for me, wolf. Wolf, they eat animals, other animals. He said, if you vote for me, I will become a vegetarian. And we believe them. And a lot of things I want to say before I proceed. I am speaking directly to the Cameroonians. We should learn to respect other people. You don't need to like what Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge is saying. You are free to scrutinize my policy. I've looked at the presidential candidate. Look at them. Bello Buba. Somebody who have been in that country. Let me call of them. Bello Buba, the ones that I know. You have Wegen, Akere Muna, Chiruma, Joshua Ozi, you have Ndam Joya, Cabral Ibri. Ladies and gentlemen, people say the Cameroons is one and indivisible. When the university student of the Cameroons, Boya University, they were tortured, beaten by police, all those things were there. Did Bello Buba mention one thing? Chiruma, Akerebuna, Osi Joshua, Ndamjoya, Cabral Ibri? No. When the lawyers were beaten, the teachers, Martinez Zogo was murdered. Some of them they knew in advance, they kept quiet. Wazizi, have you ever heard one of them calling the name of Wazizi, Chiruma, Bello Buba, Cabral Ibri, O.C. Joshua, all those people. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, they don't care about you, these people. Have you ever heard them condemning the government of La République du Cameroon for using arms against the citizen of British Southern Cameroon? Ladies and gentlemen, no democratic government will take military and be killing their own people. It doesn't matter whether it's civil war. If you go there, you take police. The Anglophone problem, we should not mistake it because some people went and kidnapped somebody in Bamenda or they killed somebody. It means the Anglophone problem is not existing. You should distinguish the legitimate British Southern Cameroon problem with people who go and kidnap. It is not your duty as civilians to make sure that there's national security in the country. It's the job of the president. Article 8 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun says the president of the republic shall ensure that there is internal and external security. So you cannot blame people. If people go and kill people somewhere, whether it's in Bamenda or wherever in the Cameroons, you cannot take what criminals they do and blame other people. I am fighting for my right of equal status. Same constitution of the Cameroons said that Article 65, we have a right to self-determination. I'm mainly following the constitution. If you like, you say Cameroon is one and indivisible, speak to the voters. I will talk to the voters so that we can exercise our right to self-determination. That's how they do politics. So if you get annoyed that I'm challenging your candidate, you're an idiot. If I challenge policy, if I challenge Bello Buba, challenge Akeremuna, challenge Josie Oswa or whoever, it doesn't mean I hate you. It means I have a different political opinion from you. You're not my enemy. That's why when I'm in the Cameroons, I have friends who are from different political parties, CPDM. I've known them for years. They remain my friends. I distinguish politics with my personal life. My private and family life is different from politics. When I sit on this party political broadcast, it doesn't matter whether you're my family or relative. If you belong to CPDM, I challenge CPDM. Then when we meet, we are family. That's how they do politics. Politics is not about hatred. So ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to talk about most of these opposition political leaders in the Cameroons, that they disappear and they reappear after 7 years. The job of an opposition is to be scrutinizing the government. Every day, you don't wait after 7 years. If you want to be a councillor, a mayor, a member of parliament in a democracy, I'll give an example for myself. There's a Maitre Mola Alex Develi singer. Why do you want that they should vote for you, let me say a mayor, a parliamentarian, anything? I will say, look, I'm somebody that I'm passionate with the community. All through my life, I've been fighting for the people. When I was young in CPC Bali, René Zengele wanted to assimilate our English educational system. We worked from CPC Bali, stopped all the schools, and René Zengele stopped from there. When I was a young person, I was in the Cameroon, I went to Ngwakele Yaoundé University, I realized 99% of my subject, they were in public law. 99% of my subject was in French. And I said, no, this cannot be going on. So we started protesting so that our brothers and sisters who were used to go to Nigeria to go and write JAM, so that they should have an English university. We realized again there was one party system, GCE board. I have to tell the people, give them my CV. Then the people will know, okay, this is true. Because when you're representing people, you are advocating for their right. That's why you are an MP. If you're looking for an MP, you look for somebody who can speak for you. Not these do-nothing members of parliament in the Cameroons. They don't talk. They don't say anything. There's bad road, they keep quiet. There's no electricity, they keep quiet. They kill people, they keep quiet. Unemployment, they keep quiet. They don't see the president, they keep quiet. So that is not the job of a member of parliament. They are not member of parliament. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to vote for somebody to represent you, you need somebody who talks. who advocate for your right, the person is representing you. How many members of National Assembly have offices in their constituency? You go there, you meet them, you talk your problem, they take it to the National Assembly, they debate it. That is how a democracy functions. So my point is, why are they, I like to divert a lot, why are the opposition afraid of a political debate? There are, how many of them are there? There are 12 of them. They don't need Mr. Bia. If they were serious, they would have gone organized with TV station. We see them everywhere in Britain, America. They stand there, they ask them questions. Ladies and gentlemen, running a country is a complex and demanding task, encompassing numerous interconnected challenges. You need effective leadership, strategic planning, and the ability to navigate diverse perspectives and interests. So it is not a common job. You see, they make the presidency of the Cameroons as if it's a joke. Before I say I want to be a president of a country, I know I should be serious. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Cameroons, they will take somebody, let me say you're teaching mathematics in the university. They take you and make you a minister of transport. How can you, a professor in the university, they make you a minister? What can you do? Because there is no structure on how to teach people to know politics in the Cameroons. There's no structure. Everything is being done in a 2D. Ministers are window dressing exercise. You don't make ministers because, example, we need 4 ministers from the north of Cameroon. We need 1 Bakwe person. We need 1 man from Bamenda. No. The job of a minister is to look for competent people in order for them to come and make policies that they can change the people's life. If I need an economist, and I know that economists come only for the same tribe that there's already another minister, I will take that best economist. They are there not because this man comes from this tribe. You don't give ministers based on tribe. You give them based on competence. I wouldn't mind having 20 Betty ministers that can transform the Cameroons to become like Dubai, Singapore, Qatar. I wouldn't mind to have 50 Bakwe ministers who are competent to transform the Cameroons like America or other European countries. Minister is not to be separate, given it by different tribes. That is why a democratic country is very essential. In Fako, where I come from, we in Fako, when I was young, there was Paul Bamileke, a Bamileke man who was what? A mayor of Tiko. Who put it? The people. So we don't care where you come from. Was Paul Bamileke competent? Yes. There was a Bali man, Fombo, in Tiko, who was a mayor. We don't care whether you're Bakwe or what. Was he competent? Yes, you're there. That's how you do it. Allow the people to choose their people. When you appoint people based on their tribe or connection, that's why a country cannot develop. So ladies and gentlemen, why are the presidential hopeful afraid to come and sit on the same platform? Let them ask them questions. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, to run a country, it involves addressing a multitude of issues simultaneously, from economic stability and social welfare, international relationship. But ladies and gentlemen, if you bring these people and put them, there are questions that they will not answer, and I know them all. There are questions that they cannot answer. That's why they are scared. So we might as well congratulate President Paul Biya of La République du Cameroun already. We can congratulate him because he has already won the election. When you have people, let me say you sit in front of voters, you're answering questions, you're inspiring them, they are likely to vote you. You people waste your time. Oh, we are looking for coalition. We are looking for coalition. Coalition to do what? I alone, if I was in the Cameroons, I want to be a presidential candidate. Immediately, 2018, I would have started my campaign. 2018. Alone, I don't need a coalition. I would have been going to the nooks and crannies explaining for the people for 7 years. After 7 years, people will know me very well. They know what Maitre Alex de Velisinge stands for. So I don't need coalition. Because you have a political party doesn't mean you're popular. Sometimes we make as if, oh, leaders of the opposition, can any political party in the Cameroon give me or show us, publish their registered members? When I mean registered members, in the United Kingdom, I've been a member of a political party for more than 20 years. You pay your monthly dues. That's when you're a member. Every month you pay some amount. Every month you pay. Those are members of the party. It doesn't mean because I support. Supporters are different from members. In Conservative Party, I'm not sure, maybe they have about approximately before, the Conservative Party in the United Kingdom, they have about 160,000 members. Niger Farah's party have recently, I don't know if it's up to 200 members. You can check all those things. Labour used to have close to 500,000, but maybe it has reduced. You know your members. You see, political parties in the Cameroon, you can only know the amount of members. Your members, paid members, are your activists. They are the people who should be going around knocking the door, talking about your party, giving leaflet, talking what you stand for. But most political parties, they don't have members. If people come, crowd is outside, they say, oh, the crowd is popular. That's not the way to determine if you're popular. That's not the way. Because when I was in the Cameroons, I used to attend all rallies. Me, I don't care whether it's any political party, but I don't support those parties. I've never, ever supported any political party in the Cameroon because I knew they had no manifesto. It was just about politics of personality call. That's why you have Bia. He will remain chairman for chop people their money, CPDM forever. Bello Buba, chairman for his party forever. Let John Fundi, chairman till death do his part. So in politics in the Cameroons, they don't have party politics. People just create their party, then they remain there forever. They remain there forever. If I join a political party in the Cameroons, there's no hope that if I join CPDM or SDF or Camto's party, I will climb the ladder to become the chair. If I want to join the Labour Party or Conservative in Britain, my aim is that I want to climb up. Maybe I want to be Prime Minister one day. But in the Cameroons, you enter there, there's a glass ceiling, you cannot climb up. So why are the opposition political parties in the Cameroon not having this debate that we all want? Why? To me, they are not able to answer questions. They haven't mastered the Cameroons very well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take most people, I know, sometimes people see this Maitre Mola, you are afraid. If you want democracy, there should be people like myself who talk. If you don't want democracy, the opposite of no democracy is having people like Mr. Bia. If you want democracy, you need Maitre Mola Alex de Velisinge. If you don't want democracy, you need Mr. Bia. So for those of you, when people talk, you get annoyed. I believe in the self-determination of British Southern Cameroon. If you don't have my ideology, why do you want me to join and work with you? I will work with other people who want self-determination through peaceful way, because I say politics is alternative to war. I will work hand in glove with any person who wants to make sure that we have equal status peacefully without using guns. I've always done that ever since I was young in the Cameroons. So what I'm doing today is not separate. I've not been like, I used to be CPDM, I was annoyed. I jumped to SDF, I was annoyed. I jumped to UNDP, I was annoyed. I have always been a nationalist ever since I was a boy. I've never changed. I want to see a country that's being run without outside interference. We should be governing our country. France should not be governing our country for us. I want to make sure our natural resources are produced in the Cameroons. I don't want to see Savannah Energy, a British company, using our oil, Glencoe, our commodity. When Maitre Mola Alex de Velisinge, I can do those things in our country. So why are the opposition? Why can they not come and talk? We want to ask them this question. If you ask them this question, they will not be able to answer. How are they going to manage inflation? They won't answer. Because inflation is what? Increase in price and fall in purchase value of money. That's inflation. If you ask them how are they going to manage, they don't know. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. If you ask them how are they going to create employment, they don't know. Economic growth, they don't know. Social welfare and healthcare, they don't know. National security, they don't know. Do you know why they don't know? One, the fact that we don't have a central bank, that's the problem. None of them in the history of the Cameroons, or when I was born, I don't know. I've never heard one single opposition leader talking about we don't have a central bank. It's only Maître Mola Alex Dive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroons. I understand the Cameroons. I know how to fix that country. If you don't know these things, you cannot fix the country. One, you have to have complete knowledge of these things. If you want to be a presidential, you're a presidential hopeful. Then you don't even know that there's no central bank. So how will you manage all those things? Inflation. It's France that's controlling those things. You're a presidential hopeful, you don't know. How can you manage inflation? You cannot manage it. Why? Because France controls the monetary policy of the country. France controls money supply of the country. France controls economic growth, economic stability, and to create employment. All those things, they have to go through these monetary policy things. So if you're a presidential candidate, you're a president today, France will continue controlling it. So if they call them for presidential debate, they will not be able to answer this question. That's why they are running away. Ladies and gentlemen, we, in the words of the first Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, he said, in order to change a country, third world countries like Africa, Singapore used to be the same too. You have to start think like first world. We have to change our brain. Like you see, Metro Mola Alexis is talking now. I'm doing my politics, it's my constitutional right. You see, an African person will say, that man, he checks say over no, it be who? Who stops you from talking? Who stops you from talking? I love my politics. I'm doing my politics. So why do you get annoyed? We must emancipate ourselves from this African way. It must be me. I don't mind you being me. If I want to be the president of the Cameroons, you say you want to be, let's come and debate. Then maybe the public will choose you from me. That's how you do it. The public should choose. The people should choose. The person who is answering the question, who knows what he's saying. But you people go in a room, conclave, you're searching for Pope. President Paul Biya, congratulations for winning October 12, 2025 election. I'm the first person who have already sent my congratulations to the President of La Republique. Congratulations, Mr. Biya, invisible president. Congratulations for winning the election. The election is already a fait accompli because I am a Manchester United fan and supporter. If we used to do very well, and if we want to start challenging Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, what do? We need to start have the best players. Now we are buying Kuna, Mbomo. We are looking for this guy in Brighton, Beleba, who is from the Cameroons. Why? Because we want to come back at the top. If you want to challenge Mr. Biya, then you look at the presidential candidate, their profile. They are not up to Mr. Biya's profile even. So how are they going to win them? In the Cameroons, don't you have better people who understand how to run a country? People who can strategize and plan and understand the country? Most people are afraid. They know presidential candidate in Cameroon it's just like, how should I put it? It's a beauty contest. Oh, your name is there. You're just happy that your name is there. I saw a video of this man, sorry to use the name, I don't know his name, but he was a presidential, he submitted his presidential documents. I'm sure it's a Bamileke man. I saw a video, he went to his village, people are happy, they are taking it pressy. The man was saying that the government owe him money. So you see now, I don't blame him. But at the end of the day, he went to his village. People are happy now. For them, it's an achievement. But when we come to deciding who should run the country, it's a serious thing. It's not a joke. I'm saying, I don't know the man personally, but the fact now he has achieved something because he went to Constitutional Council. He put his dossier there. But I believe people like myself, Maitre Mola Alex Singer, when we fight for Boya University, we fought for it, they gave it. That's an achievement. But nobody will say, people like Maitre Mola Alex Singer, oh, your hands are up there, you did well. When they were beating lawyers, teachers, and students or what, were fighting, I slept in the streets in London, fighting that they should release the people that they were locked up unlawfully in the Cameroons. They called for a major national dialogue. Fine. I went there, I played my part. They created their so-called special statute, their so-called decentralization, their so-called House of Chiefs. Today, some people are there, work any salary. It's because of people like myself. Those are, for me, not an achievement, but people are working there now. They have their House of Chiefs. They seem like when some of us, we fought for multi-party politics. Most of those MP, I don't know if any of them, they were fighting like us. But they are members of parliament. Those are the fruits of my labor. And we have realized after 60 years that we cannot be with La République du Cameroun. And that's why we want a free and clear institutions that reflect British Southern Cameroons. We don't want France to be imposing their enam on us. We don't want France to be imposing their money, France CFA. We don't want France to bring their gendarmerie in British Southern Cameroon. We don't want France to be controlling our monetary policy, determining our money supply, our growth, our inflation, and devaluation. So what is wrong with that? Those of you who are supporting Massabia's government, you guys want to remain slave with France. What is wrong for the people of British Southern Cameroon to say, no, I don't want France to control me. I want us to govern ourselves. I want us to manufacture our cocoa, our diamond, our timber, with all those our natural resources. We should do it in Cameroon. We have the people of the Cameroons who are civil engineers, who are chemical engineers, who are electrical engineers, who are environmental engineers, who are agricultural engineers. We can call them, come back home, my brothers. We give them something, they come and be doing those things. And we are going to be paradise in the Cameroons. Ladies and gentlemen, forget about all these clowns. They call themselves that presidential hopeful. They are clowns, they are jokers. They know they are not going to win. They just want to be in the limelight. I want October to come and pass. Then Mr. Biya will be declared the winner. Then we of British Cameroon National Party will start the real campaign. And I've said we'll ban all these presidential hopeful never to take part in politics again in the Cameroons, because what they always do, they come and bring this confusion. CPT and pay some of them. They come and make as if they are challenging. Then they legitimize Mr. Biya. Then some of them, they give them contract. Some of them, they might put the ministers one-party system. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
De l'aventure, à monsieur le président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger?